Hello, I'm Selvamalar Alagaratnam from Screen, the Malaysian member for Ius Laboris. And together with me is
Siew Li. I'm a partner in the employment team.
So everybody keeps asking us what are the hot topics in Malaysia at the moment. I would say something which is not new but continues to be still very hot is sexual harassment. Sexual harassment complaints seem to be on the uptick. And a new thing that we are seeing in very recent times is where employees may be misusing it by making allegations of sexual harassment when they suspect or they know that disciplinary action or some form of performance management is around the corner. So they try and preempt it by making a sexual harassment complaint because then they feel protected and they know that whatever action that was targeted towards them is going to be put on the back burner while the company investigates their allegation of sexual harassment.
So another trend that we're seeing is an increase in inquiries on workplace investigations in Malaysia. And why the rise? Perhaps it would be an increase in employee awareness, the changes in the labor laws in Malaysia, as well as an increase of a focus, I think, by businesses in Malaysia on compliance as well.
I suppose the changes, the main one which has led to increase in workplace investigation is the introduction of the anti-discrimination provision in our Employment Act.
Yes, so those changes came into force in January 2023. That particular change on discrimination is one of the main ones. And in addition to that, there is also now a requirement for businesses to display a notice on awareness of sexual harassment in their premises. All these changes, together with the existing requirement on businesses to investigate into allegations of sexual harassment, all these are putting a lot of emphasis to businesses to investigate properly and to ensure that these investigations are concluded properly. Missteps in investigation would result in, amongst others, claims for unjust dismissal by the employees. And of course, that would result in financial loss, reputational damage to businesses, amongst other things.
I would say another thing which is of interest is that when you talk about the global supply chain, inevitably, almost inevitably, you will find that Malaysia is part of the footprint. We have very large semiconductor industry. And of course, with the introduction of the tariffs or the news surrounding the tariffs, recently we are not exempt. And we're seeing very interesting developments where the interest in forced labor practices, how to eradicate that, as well as to risk manage this potential modern slavery or forced labor allegations, was already on, rising in the past few years, especially during and post pandemic. But now with the whole talk about tariffs and how it can impact businesses, we see that businesses are becoming a lot more careful about what can affect their ability to do business internationally. And various queries just a few days ago, like clients want to urgently transfer part of their operations from China to Malaysia, and various such things. And then, of course, the whole global mobility thing comes in. How fast can they move their people to work and stay in Malaysia? So it's really interesting times for us.
Thank you very much for listening to us, and we hope to see you soon.
Ciao.